everybody, this is Ral Hellcat back at you again for another cool video. Yes, this is part 2 of 3 videos with me and the Dodge Durango Hellcat. Me with Brian. We're gonna have another cool video, as you well know. The first video was me seeing the Dodge Durango Hellcat for the first time. Brian seeing my Charger Hellcat for the first time. And now in this video, you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, we'll be both driving the Charger Hellcat. So we're gonna have a Dodge Durango Hellcat owner. He's only had his Dodge Durango for 2 weeks. He's also a Trackhawk owner. He's never driven a Charger Hellcat before. He will be driving my Charger Hellcat in this video. So this is gonna be an awesome video. First I'm gonna take him for a quick ride, then he's gonna drive it, and then he'll give us his final impressions. So this is gonna be all driving. No more talking, all action, all driving. We're gonna go right back where we left off in the last video, the first video. If you haven't already caught the first video, please check that out. But we're gonna go right at the end of that last video and go right into this one. So before I forget, let's give another shout out to Goon Squad. Goon Squad got the newest, one of the newest t-shirts, the Raptor t-shirt. Love this t-shirt, love the colors. Light blue, is it rapid blue? Is it hyper blue? Love this blue, rapid blue, hyper blue. Love this color blue. Love Goon Squad, love their t-shirt, love their merch, love their videos. Love their videos. They're doing a Tesla, they're doing a Raptor, they're doing a 1967 Camaro SS. That's how they said it. If you're gonna say SS, you're gonna say it like SS. They got those videos coming. They had a speedboat not too long ago. And of course their new shop that they're building as well. But definitely, haven't already caught them, please check out Goon Squad. So without further ado, let's get started. To keep the intro short, enjoy the video, and I'll be back with you again with final thoughts. Enjoy. So, yeah, I was gonna say, I just got a hall pass from my girlfriend. I was just supposed to take her out to dinner tonight, and she said, "You got a hall pass for today. Go out with your friend, have a good time." So now, boys and girls, which one are we taking out first? The Durango or the?
I'm all locked up. You want to take yours out first?
Let's take mine out. First, I'll take you for a ride, and I'll let you drive it.
That's all right. I'd rather you drive. I'm going to shut this.
Yeah, go ahead. Nice. All right, we're going to get in the car. We're going to go for a ride.
Video?
Yeah, it's got a lot of room. The sound quality is good.
I'm an Android.
Yeah, the sound quality is good. The picture quality is good. And this is a 11 Pro, and I also have a 12 Pro. So I figured I'll use the 11 Pro first. When the battery runs out, I have the 12 Pros as backup. Nice. Yeah, so basically the story goes with Goon Squad is I found Goon Squad because they had a Trackhawk that got totaled. And they were the first one on YouTube to take a Trackhawk, a total Trackhawk. I think they bought it from Copart, and they totally renovated it. Yeah. And the magic of that video, the magic of them and that car, it was like I couldn't believe it just happened because it was a octane red or a red velvet Trackhawk. There was a red velvet Trackhawk in the showroom when I got my Trackhawk.
That's what color my Hawk was, right?
Yeah. It was a red line or red velvet?
I think red line.
Okay. So this is red velvet. It's like more like octane red. So I saw it. It's like, wow, that looks familiar. But then I saw the back of it. It was, at the time it was totaled. But on the back it had Ramsey on the back of the tailgate. So I thought, okay, so it's a Ramsey red velvet Trackhawk. That's red line. That's red line. That's a nice color though.
Hard to keep up with them all.
Yeah. Who's that? Oh, that's the other guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we should meet up with him sometime.
Yeah, he's local by me.
Okay. Cool.
I'll probably get him to come up here.
Where does Bruce live?
I forget. Honestly, I forget.
I know he's in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So as the story goes with that Trackhawk for Goon Squad, I knew, okay, so it's a coincidence. Ramsey, octane red velvet. Then they showed the window sticker. The window sticker was still in the car, miraculously. When they showed the window sticker, they showed the VIN. So I said, I remember taking pictures of that thing in the showroom when I got my Trackhawk. I wonder if it's the exact same car. And I knew it was very similar because it was black interior, suede, no sunroof. So that was another coincidence. I said, that's the same freaking truck. Mm-hmm. Then when the VINs matched, So the Trackhawk that was in the showroom floor, when I bought my Trackhawk, the black one, Goon Squad had it totaled, and they totally rebuilt it. And ever since then, I've been following Goon Squad. So that's my Goon Squad stuff.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about, honestly, because the red rebuild, I remember them doing a lot
And what they did to it was just phenomenal.
Totally remember the end of the story. If they're driving around and all is well.
Now I don't know if so here are the things that make the Charger, the Redeye different than this Charger. So this is the standard carbon. There was no option.
Yeah.
So this is the only one you can get. This is like plastic simulated. It doesn't even look like carbon, but it's some type of simulated stuff going on here.
Yeah.
This is an option. I got the optional upgraded carbon inserts here, and the suede headliner. The suede headliner didn't exist in 18, but it does on the Redeye.
Gotcha.
It also has the leather dash, leather on the doors.
Did you go see that car?
I haven't yet. I mean, I know it's been there since Thursday. I feel bad because they even tried to run my credit again on Friday, and I told them not to. I said, let's hold off on the deal first. I can explain, and I haven't talked to them since. But I think they were expecting me to get the car this weekend.
Yeah,
and here I am with you. But I'd rather be doing this.
They haven't been blowing your phone up?
Nope. No, they've been being pretty cool, actually.
I don't think they're going to have a hard time selling it, but...
No, they're not, because they actually had a Challenger Redeye in the showroom when I picked this up from service. They said it was they said it was a sold car, and the seller backed out of it. Or the buyer backed out of it.
Well, if they give you a deposit back, I mean, there can't be any hard feelings. They couldn't get you the vehicle you really wanted.
Yeah, and that's the long story short part of it. If they just been a little bit more reasonable, but just ordering the damn Durango, or ordering both, and letting them both come in. That was the other thing too. They didn't want to have both of them come in. They were afraid they weren't going to sell. But I guess this is pre-COVID or whatever. That's the other thing I was going to show you real quick. So, I don't know if this is like this on the Durango. It's not like that on the Trackhawk because you have your buttons here for the Trackhawk.
Yeah.
So basically, every time I would start the Trackhawk, every time I'd start the Trackhawk up, is this not Eco? Yeah, it's on Eco. So the Eco button is there. Every time I start it, I'm in Eco. Every time I start the Trackhawk, I'm in Auto and Eco. So then, so in the Trackhawk, there's Sport, Track. I never use that. I always use the custom setting. Okay. So I'll show you this. So here, this is the auto setup here, and it's auto. You can have it as Street Auto or Eco Auto. I always have it on Eco. And then there's Track, and then there's Sport. These are not changeable. You try to change it, it won't let you change it. So it's one of those things I can't stand about these setup. Oh, you can change it to 500. I guess you can. But if you're in Sport mode and you change it to 500 mode, the transmission changes to Street. If I try to change this back to Sport mode, it won't let you. These are the things.
707?
These are the things I don't like about it.
If you don't mind, right? So that's the custom. Okay. All right. So yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
So these modes are stuck. You're stuck on these modes.
Yeah, the way they want you to.
The way you have it, and the same thing with Track. So basically, I only use custom.
Gotcha. All right.
So custom is 707, sport transmission, paddle shifters on, traction control on the street because I need all the traction I can get, and suspension. I want the softest suspension. So that's almost the same setup I have for the Trackhawk. The only difference is I have the traction and suspension on street. I have the transmission on sport, but then there's the steering. You love it. That's what I love about the Durango, the Challenger wide body, and now the Charger wide body. They now have the electronic assist steering versus the hydraulic. Mm-hmm. This steering to try to steer this car when it's not moving, it's a pain in the ass.
Wow.
With the electric steering, it's flawless. It's flawless each and every time. And the nice thing about it is that you have different settings for the steering. You don't get it on this because it has the hydraulic, but in the Trackhawk, because it has the electronic, I have that on track. I had track steering. Gotcha. So I like my little mix. So when I start it, so if I go back, oops, on button. Okay, so when I start it, go back to it. So if I hit this button once, it goes to this.
Right.
If I double tap it, it goes to custom. I don't know if it will do that on that. I'm curious to see how that setup will work. When we're in yours, we'll see that. It didn't matter because the custom button was a manual button on the Trackhawk. Yeah. There's no custom button here, so the only way to get to it is to either hit this once and you get the screen, then you have to click the custom, or you just double tap.
I'm still getting used to it in here, but I loved how the Hawk, and I'm just trained to think of how the Hawk was.
Yeah.
So it is a little different.
So now with that being said, let's see what we can.
That's almost why I said if you wanted to meet on the pit stop is probably a little bit further too. I don't know how much further.
I mean, we could always move there if you want.
No. just as far as
I just thought this was a good place to talk, not have as much road traffic noise. I knew it wasn't going to be windy today.
Yeah, no.
So that's why I thought today was the best day. If there was any chance of rain, which they said there was going to be, I probably would have said maybe we should postpone. So if you want, I can take off any one of those days and we can come back and meet up and I can bring the Trackhawk.
Yeah.
Because I really want you to see my Trackhawk and see how it compares to yours.
Like a day that I'm there, you could either come to the hotel and meet me there, or I'll drive down here because I get on the highway and meet you here.
It's so funny on how many times I've been at that hotel.
It's a small world. The amount of people I meet afterwards, you know, they've been there, they know the place. Oh wow! Damn, spinning in second.
I know this thing spins so much. Right, where can I turn around here? Oh, did I go the wrong freaking way? I just totally lost my. I always. Oh, you can make a left there. See that? I thought you could make a left there, and I fucked up. Oh, we're gonna give it a shot. There. 1, 2, 3.
Wow! I can't believe how much it spins.
Yeah.
I've never been in one, man. As much as I like the look of the Charger Hellcat, the wide body one more so, but
I could not do that with the Trackhawk. It would just go.
Go. Grab, squats, goes. Yeah, I'd be upset driving this around if that's all it's going to do.
Yeah, and every time you get on it, it does the same thing each and every time. And it wasn't like I was at a dead stop because I had it still rolling.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I only had it on a half throttle and was doing that crap. I can't do full throttle in this.
7,000 miles. You probably need new rear tires soon.
We just flipped them. We just put the rear tires in the front for the first time. So there is more meat on these in the back now because the fronts are now in the backs. So I figured let me enjoy it for another 1,000 miles because
the Trackhawk tires, I replaced them. I don't know what the guy did to them in 13,000 miles, but I had to replace them. I would say in 10,000, but realistically, it's probably 20,000 miles I got out of them, and that was supposedly impressive to some people to get 20,000 out of the, you know, the P0 Pirellis.
Let's see. Do I have anybody behind me? I like to do shenanigans like this sometimes. So if I stop it.
Down there in a while, but
that's the thing. Well, you know, I slammed on the brakes before back there. I forgot to say something. There was a white Explorer, and I thought, oh, that's a unmarked cop. Thank God it wasn't.
Yeah.
But I thought it was. There was a brief moment where I thought, oh, okay, I finally get on it.
You hear me? There's a cop right in the middle there, on your left.
Where?
Straight ahead.
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
They always hide in the.
I'm going 35 miles an hour.
As long as you didn't hear the wheels spinning back there.
Well, that's the thing. That was another problem with this thing. Because the tires spin, it raised the RPMs up. When it raised the RPMs up, it then made the damn thing so loud that I was afraid I was going to get busted for not even speeding.
Yeah.
He's just going to hear the exhaust and say you're racing or something.
Yeah.
This is the first. Now, I haven't had a dead stop yet, so you didn't get the feel like from a dead. It's worse at a dead stop. Every single time I get on it from a dead stop, it'll do what it's about to do now.
I would have turned it in my. Not that it isn't fun, and some people just want to.
And that's why. How is 800 horsepower with, even though they're 305, like these are 275s, and the Redeye is wide body, got 305s. I don't see how am I going to have more fun with 800 horsepower? I'm barely having fun with 7, and it's not hooking.
Oh, I'm curious, because it's wider, does it hook better?
Not. It would hook better if it were 700 horsepower. If they had just given you a wide, like if I had the option to go wide body with non-Redeye, I probably would have done that. And I almost got a Daytona wide body in the B5 Blue, which was the last year they had the B5 Blue. There we go.
You're an animal with the cab at the back. One block over.
Yeah.
You know where you're at, right?
Oh, yeah. I used to live in Eatontown, so I just live right down the street.
There's about the price comparison between the Durango and the Redeye? Is it big difference there?
I fully loaded it out with almost every available option. The only thing I didn't do, the only thing I didn't get was the Harman Kardon because I never used the radio. I probably, in hindsight, should have gotten it. But you figure every available option that you could get in a Redeye, sans the $2,000 Harman Kardon, because I didn't think it was worth $2,000. $89,000 for a Redeye.
Yeah, I don't know the numbers off the top of my head. So I like the whine for sure.
The whine, the exhaust now is not as loud, but it's actually louder inside. The boiler was quieter in the cabin and louder outside. Now, this is the other thing that I don't like to do in the Hellcat. I don't like using auto. I'm always in manual mode. Like, I didn't do manual mode just now, but the only way to have fun in this car is the manual shifting.
I feel like the Durango and the Trackhawk are both pretty aggressive.
The transmission in the Trackhawk is far superior than the one in the Trackhawk. It knows the transmission in the Trackhawk, it knew exactly what gear to be in at all times.
Yeah, downshifts often.
It would always downshift in the right gear too. This thing does never downshifts in the right gear. Either is in the wrong gear downshifting where it should have been down one more, or sometimes it goes down too many gears. And then it almost redlines the car.
Maybe it's just because it's a newer, does that make sense? Older? I don't know. They weren't designed the same.
This is where I have a little bit of fun. I put in 5th gear and just... And then the POV, and then when I did the POV video, anytime I got on it next to a wall or next to a bridge, I jam it, I put it in 4th gear and get on it, and it would just rattle the whole bridge. Like this bridge that's coming up, it won't sound the same. Like if you were with me 2 weeks ago.
It was still louder than I thought it was going to be. The stock exhaust.
But imagine how much, like if I had the Borla on, you'd be amazed on how loud that is. The Trackhawk, I think, is loud too. And I think maybe with your mid-buffer delete, it's probably on par with what the Borla is. So I do this, and get it all the way down, and I go downshift once. See if it works. A little bit. With the Borla, it was so loud.
Yeah, it
was like I was annoying people that were on the right-hand lane. If they had their window open, they were annoyed by me.
Well, if you're doing that right under there. Yeah, I know. I can relate in regards to that muffler delete, the suitcase delete. I liked it. I didn't think it was too loud, but at the one point I was going to quiet it down just a tad by putting, I don't know what you call it, but like bullets to kind of lower it.
Yes, the race bullets. Yeah, that was something that I was considering with this, to do a mid-muffler delete and put the race bullets in, but then I said, you know what? I can get another Borla video out of it, and I know I'm still paying for the Borla exhaust as we speak, because the Trackhawk one is paid off. This one isn't, and I've already taken off the car, and I can resell it if I want to.
Okay.
Or I could have put it on the Redeye. It would have fit the Redeye.
I was gonna say, have you sold it, and/or it only makes sense to post it up there for sale?
But I just find that getting up to 100 in the Trackhawk was more fun.
Yeah, much more easier. I don't know. You got there quickly, calmly, quietly, without noticing, and you're already over 100. If that makes sense.
Exactly. And that's why I just thought that it was just a far, far superior vehicle. Actually, let me get off here. Actually, it's a Challenger. And that's another thing I don't do. And I know it would be for great content, but I don't road race. I'm afraid that, like, I mean, even if I offered it to you, it would make me feel uncomfortable, make you feel uncomfortable probably. And I don't know if you're into that or not, but
no, I don't.
But my feeling is that the day I do it is the day I'm going to get caught, and I just can't afford to get caught. I can't afford to lose my license. I can't afford to lose my car, and they're cracking down on this. So I figure, you know what? It's just not worth it.
There's not much on the road that's keeping up, or not. You don't. There's not a whole lot of cars out there that, especially for me, that I'm going to pass by and say, "Oh man, let's go for a run." Unless we're playing around a little bit, maybe. But there's not much that's going to even keep up.
Yeah, I'd
Trackhawks
rather
every
let
day.
other YouTubers do that as far as racing on the road. If you want to race me, I'll challenge you to a race. We'll do it at ACO or something.
Yeah, there's a right time and place for it.
Yep. So right now I'm trying to find a place where I can pull over and you can drive. Because I really want you to drive this thing. You can drive back to the mall. And then we'll take yours out. I don't, like I said, I don't know what you're. Like I have the hall pass. I don't have to be back. I figured we'll wrap up when, like by the time it gets dark, we'll wrap up. But I don't know if you have to go home earlier than that or it's up to you.
No, I got about an hour.
Okay. Cool. Just enough time to. I know there's a place I can pull over right here. All right. Keep that. Get the controls going. Get your seat. Cool. Going. And that's another thing too. These Chargers are like a. They are a. Oh, I noticed something right away. This seat is so much, like, stiffer.
I was gonna say you probably haven't been in that seat too often, right? I don't know if you let.
I haven't had too many passengers in this car. And to be honest, you're only the third person that's ever driven this car.
His wife, you drive it?
She only drove it once. And she drove it like a grandma.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wow, it's like no power steering.
Yeah, the power steering sucks in this thing. I mean, once you're moving, it reacts like any other power steering, but from a dead stop, it sucks sometimes. Especially when you're trying to parallel park or back into a spot.
Bumps, I don't want to abuse it either.
No, you're fine. You're fine. As long as you know that when you start kicking out, you let go of the gas. As long as you know how to do that, I'll be cool. But if you want to spin the tires, go ahead. The car's a little bit more stable because the suspension and the traction's on street. I think it's a little more squirrely when I've taken it in sport mode one time.
I drive in sport mode.
Yeah,
usually
the sport traction, but on the Trackhawk and the Durango you can. In this thing, you can't.
And why though? Because it spins more.
It just spins more. Yeah.
I gotta tell you, it's the first
It was
time.
less fun. It was like the thing that aggravates me. There's two ways of being aggravated with this car. One is if you decrease the traction control, then the horsepower remains the same at 700. But once the traction control does kick in, it does reduce some of the power. So you're really not getting that full experience.
I always use my GPS, even though I should know my way around a little more.
Well, okay, so they both have GPS. They both have navigation. The navigation works on this. The navigation no longer works. Oh, that's a Challenger with the yellow with the
Nice car.
stripes.
Color combo.
So the Trackhawk, that's the defect that's on the Trackhawk. My navigation broke. It no longer works. And the reason why the navigation works fine though, that hasn't broken. What has broken is my GPS. The Trackhawk doesn't know where it is. The Trackhawk thinks I'm in Pennsylvania.
And you can update that?
Oh yeah, that's good. Nice.
Real quick and easy. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a little.
I mean, you think this car is faster, but I still think they're the same. So I don't look at the thing is with the Hellcat engine, the extra weight of a Trackhawk, the extra weight of a Durango is not going to hinder the speed or the ability for it to go as fast.
Right, agreed. I don't know. The all-wheel drive option is the big.
It's traction. It is grip. I mean, traction and grip. This thing loses traction and grip, whereas the Durango and the Trackhawk don't, and you can use the 700 horsepower. I don't think you can use 700 horsepower in this thing. I think the wheels start spinning around 600.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this steering either.
The steering, I'm curious. Yeah, well, the steering is different. I don't like being lower to the ground too. So when I'm in the Trackhawk, I like being a little bit higher off the ground.
I was always a low rider kind of guy, so
Yeah.
I thought about lowering it, but I'm not opposed to a big truck driver either. You know, a little higher up. I feel like you own it a little more.
I also noticed too that I put it in street suspension because if I put it in sport or track, it feels like I'm riding on a rock. Sometimes you do have knuckleheads on the road where they're definitely got a slower car, but then they try to like beat you to the spot where you're trying to get to, and
I don't want to do that in your car. If I was driving my boy,
I've tried it a couple of times. Sometimes it was a little bit sketchy.
I'm not used to this thing to play.
I also noticed too. What do you think of the shifter on the Durango? The shifter on the Durango is identical to the Hellcat.
Yeah.
It's not the same as the Trackhawk. I like the Trackhawk shifter.
I did too, and I was trying to figure out why my buddy said the opposite. He likes this better because the old SRT he has this. My SRT had the Trackhawk.
Get off here. That's my bad. I should have told you.
It's all good. I don't see a difference. I really don't. At the end of the day, I don't see a big difference. Obviously, it is different, but in what way, other than the shape?
I guess just the way sometimes I like to hold my hand on the shifter as I'm driving. It's more comfortable,
right.
I think, with the Trackhawk than keeping my hand on this. It also seems like it's shorter too. The one on the Trackhawk is taller. I mean, it's subtle, but the thing that I'm going to love about it is that the differences are going to be different that I'm going to embrace between the Durango and the Trackhawk. But at least at the end of the day, I still have the Durango and I still have the Trackhawk.
Best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds, and I'm not going to miss this.
No,
I'm not going to miss this.
It's a hell of a car, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, if I were going to stay with a Charger, that's another thing. I mean, this is the best bang for your buck. This is the best freaking Hellcat you can buy for $48,000. And I could buy this thing for $48,000.
It's almost hard to
versus
say no.
buying the Redeye is going to cost me $81,000. I mean, this is for $89, but my price on it's going to be $81, and it's only 90 more horsepower. It's not 100. It's only 90 more horsepower. It's got the wide body, which is really freaking nice. I regret the wheels that I bought. I bought the Warp Speed rims, and it turns out that the new Redeye Hellcat rims are a lot nicer looking. But they Dodge never documented, never gave you that preview, because when they did the preview back in November of the Durango and the Redeye, they didn't have those rims that wound up being on the Redeyes.
I don't feel like they marketed the Durango as much as they could have either. Especially with the premium auto group interior and this and that.
Yeah, I think that the Uconnect 5 is going to be a game changer when I chop into that thing, because you had the 18 as well as I had to have the 18, and it's got the recessed screen. But on the 19 Trackhawk, they made it flush. That would have been nice to have, and I missed that because I had the 19 Grand Cherokee high altitude for 3 months before I got rid of it and got the Trackhawk. And when I went from the 19 to the 18, I had the recessed screen like this. But to get that flat gloss black bezel, which I liked, and it's now the 10-inch screen, and it's Uconnect 5, which is a lot more faster. This is not that fast. I mean, you go to performance pages, and it takes forever to load. I know it takes a little bit of time to load, even on the Durango, but whoa, dude, what the hell's that guy doing? I was drifting over. And you know what? The guy had dents in the same spot where he was drifting.
I know that made you nervous.
I was not worried about you. I was worried about him. It would have been his fault, not yours.
That's what New Jersey's like, though, and that's one of the reasons why I got rid of my motorcycle. I'm scared to drive others.
You want to do anything more with it, or you good?
I missed that bump. No, I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate it. Take the Durango out for a drive.
Yeah, looking forward to the Durango.
that is tough, man. That steering is tough for sure.
Yeah, so this is, when we stop, I'll show you the different things on it. Like the cold air intake, let's see, gauges. I always have it defaulting. So even with the cold air intake, it's at 122. On the Trackhawk, it'd be 96 right now. And it's for, I mean, it's also the engine bay too. The engine bay is more, It's not as compact.
I wonder why it's so tough though. What did you say?
Hydraulic. It's hydraulic. It's the old school hydraulic steering. It's been on cars since the inception of power steering.
I mean, I don't know. I was never a Dodge driver until my Jeep SRT. That was the first Dodge, or Jeep rather, right?
Oh, so here, let me show you the one more thing. See what I'll show you.
There's probably a ton of stuff that I don't even use, to be honest with you.
So just the timers.
Yeah.
So whatever the current was, we raced up at the last.
So different in comparison.
So when I got on it that last time, it's only 7 seconds. That was nothing. Best 4 seconds, which on the track it's at 3.9. Quarter mile 11.9, but on the track it was 11.88. So that was the best times I've had thus far. But in the Trackhawk, 3.6. And I never really did a good quarter mile run with it.
Yeah, I feel like I did but I'm not sure what it was. An 11-second car stock is not bad. 11.8.
They said that on the numbers, they said that this should have done 11.5, 11.6. And with the Redeye is at 10 point. No, I'm sorry. The wide body went from 11.5 to 10.9, and they said that the Redeye Charger is capable of a 10.6 car, but not stock. I mean, not with the stock tires.
Stock, that is super impressive. I got a ton of stuff I got to move out the way.
Yeah, no worry. Take your time. Oh, you know what I want to do? Very Trackhawkish. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Oh nice. Oh yes.
That's probably Ral's driving the brand new 2021 Dodge Durango Hellcat. The first person that's driving this thing.
Yeah, man. Enjoy the video of me and Brian driving the Dodge Charger Hellcat. Yes, this video was all about Brian driving the Charger Hellcat for the first time. Yes, so let's get into it. Final thoughts time, final thoughts time, final thoughts time. You know that Brian has had experience with the Trackhawk. He's already had a Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, a Jeep Grand Cherokee TRACKHAWK, and now he's a proud owner of the 2021 Dodge Durango Hellcat. He's never driven a Charger Hellcat before, so you got to experience that with him today in this video. So hopefully you enjoyed it. It was all driving, all epic stuff, very cool stuff, and then it ended. Sorry about that. We couldn't fit both driving videos in one video. That's because we just can't edit anything out. We wanted to keep the editing down to a minimum because we wanted to give you that full experience with me driving the Charger Hellcat, him driving the Charger Hellcat. And as we know, it's the same old driving this thing. Spinning ain't winning. Spinning ain't winning. We were very surprised, both of us. I mean, of course, I'm used to the spinning in this car. He was not. He didn't realize how much power this car has and how much traction it doesn't have. But that's what we learned. We learned that the Charger Hellcat is an awesome vehicle. If you can get this thing to stick, you get the right tire, go to the track, prep tires. This is an awesome beast of a car, but on street tires, on the streets, it just spins and spins and spins. You got the experience of that, but once we were on the highway, you got the potential of this. You got a little bit of a taste of it. It's still an epic car, it's still an epic vehicle. And then we will find out how he compares it to the Durango Hellcat. Well, I mean, you already got a little bit of what Brian had thought about what he thought about the comparison between his Trackhawk, the Dodge Durango Hellcat, and the Charger Hellcat. But now it's time for me to drive the Durango Hellcat. So that'll be in the next video. So yes, we had to cut the video short, hopefully you enjoyed this video with the Charger Hellcat, and then it's going to be part 3 is going to be me driving for the first time a Dodge Durango Hellcat. Yes, I know my Charger Hellcat's still not in yet. By the time you've seen this video, it's still probably either in transit or still at the factory or still at the plant. You still have the Charger Hellcat in the driveway. So hopefully, by the time part 3 comes out, by the time you get to see me driving Brian's Dodge Durango Hellcat, I hopefully will have mine by that time. So without further ado, I don't think we have any other final thoughts other than the fact that you got to hear a lot of what Brian has to say about the Charger Hellcat. He absolutely loves the vehicle, but I think he loves the Durango Hellcat more. And I think in a way, maybe sort of, I mean, I haven't driven it yet. Well, I have driven it. By the time I'm recording this part of the video, I've already driven it. But I can tell you, it's going to be an epic. I'm not going to give away what my final thoughts are on driving the Durango Hellcat just yet, because I do know, you already know me, I love the Charger Hellcat, I love the TRACKHAWK more, and of course, how can I not love the Durango Hellcat? But you know that Brian loves his Durango Hellcat, and we're looking forward to seeing you on video number 3, video number 103, and you get to see all of the cool driving, and we're going to save the best video for last, driving the Dodge Durango Hellcat. So without further ado, this video is now over. So let's do the quick outro of this video. And a few days after, you'll get to see the Dodge Durango driving video. So without further ado, this video is now over. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this video, because it was driving this time, we had a lot of cool driving this time in the Charger Hellcat. Hopefully you liked this video. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button if you did. Also, put in a comment or two. Let me know, have you driven the Charger Hellcat? Have you driven a TRACKHAWK? Have you driven a Dodge Durango Hellcat? Put in comments. We know that someone's backing up back there and making a lot of noise, but who cares? Who knows? All we know is I need to hear some comments from you if whether or not what your driving impressions were of Charger Hellcat, if you've ever driven one, TRACKHAWK, or even a Challenger Hellcat or a Dodge Durango Hellcat. So please put a comment in about that. Please share the video with everyone you know. Share. Let them know. Ral Hellcat's back. Ral Hellcat is back with driving videos, and that we have another Dodge Charger Hellcat driving video. We're going to have the Dodge Durango driving video coming up next. So share the video with everyone you know, and this way they'll know to look forward, subscribe, and look forward. Which reminds me, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate it. We have over 650 subscribers, getting very close to 700. We'd like to hit that milestone very, very soon. And then, of course, we have the 1,000 milestone to look forward to after that. So please subscribe. Tap that bell notification so this way, when the next video comes out, which will be the Dodge Durango Hellcat driving video, you'll be the first to see that alert, and you'll be one of the first to get to see that video. So definitely, without further ado, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. So without further ado, this video is now over. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. This is one of the 2 videos that we have on the Dodge Durango Hellcat, Brian's Dodge Durango Hellcat. This is the second video. It's now over. So enjoy the rest of your day until we have the 3rd video to come out of me driving the Dodge Durango Hellcat. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to showing you, because I've already done it, but I'm looking to showing you the experience of driving a Dodge Durango Hellcat. Trust me, it's epic. You can't miss it. Definitely do that. Again, beautiful day today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your night. Please be safe out there. Please be safe. And we will catch you on the next video, which will definitely be the Dodge Durango Hellcat driving video. So enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your night. Peace to all of you. Peace. Let's do one more piece. We got to do the peace out here. We got to do a peace out. So here we go. SRT Mush style. Peace. Thanks again for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe out there. Be safe. And we'll catch you. We will catch you. We'll catch you on the next video. It's going to be the epic of all 3 videos, driving the Dodge Durango Hellcat. Definitely look forward to that. So, without further ado, we're off and running. We're gonna move on to bigger and better things after that, because I'm gonna have my Dodge Durango Hellcat to show you. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out again. And we're gonna do one last piece. 1, 2, 3.